I need a hell yeah. A 316, you can smell what I'm cooking like the ROC. I put the K in the trunk, it ain't a 223. And I forever scream out, long live Dopey. I need a hell yeah. For the folks like me that work a 9 to 5 to try to catch our dreams, I need a hell yeah. For the folks that scream that I bet $100 you are not like me.
Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Awful Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Pete Daddy Dollar. No James Dillinger, no Mad Dog Warren today, but rest assured, the show goes on. We've got AngelousDraven and mouth-watering monoTony from Butt Culture Wrestling joining us.
Hey.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Thanks
Happy Sunday.
Good to have you
Yes.
guys. If those of you from the Awful Wrestling side of things, if you're not familiar, Draven and Tony are from Wrestling with Horror, our Monday night Nitro Raw coverage we do over there. It sounds weird saying that. The show itself is called Wrestling with Horror Nitro, and it used to just be a wrestling news show, and then we started covering Raw live every week. So, yeah, we do that. So, everybody's links, there's all the links in the description. We've got them all in there for you. It's a mile-long description, but every link is in there. So, yeah, James will be back next week. So will Mad Dog. We're rolling towards April 12th here, which is the next Super Shogun Wrestling show, which yours truly will be on. We've got a lot to do there yet before the show. And this Thursday, right here on Wrestling with Horror, if you're watching on that side, we will be broadcasting on location. It's Wrestling with Horror on the road live from Dragon's Den Productions. We will be broadcasting Micromania, the midgets. Bringing the house down. We'll be broadcasting that from the commentary position at Dragon's Den, home of Super Shogun. And we'll have a roving camera walking around the ring, feeding it to us on StreamYard. And I'll be doing live commentary from the headset. So that's going to be
Micromania's mouth-watering midgets.
Mouth-watering midgets on Micromania. That's a mouthful. Ha, ha, ha.
No.
Etep Pachiti.
Jesus.
That guy, I swear to God, I saw him, I was watching one of those videos the other day, and Pachiti popped on. I couldn't tell which direction he was looking in. That motherfucker's eyes are he looks like Steve Buscemi in what was that movie with Adam Sandler? Mr. Deeds. He looked like Mr. Deeds. That fucking eyes go in two different directions. It's I'm bug-eyed Pachiti.
Jeez.
So that's enough about butt culture wrestling.
Disgusting. You want to know what's funny is the Micromania midgets are probably faring better doing this show than they would have had they not been fired from Snow White.
Damn it, Peter.
Right.
Damn it, Peter Dinklage.
Damn you, Dinklage.
He's actually playing the voice of Toxic Avenger Crusader or whatever.
Yeah.
In that remake that they did. That's finally getting a theatrical release.
It looks like garbage, too.
I think it looks so ridiculously over the top.
The costume looks terrible.
It does.
Anyway. We're going to talk about wrestling. We're not going to talk about Toxic Avenger, I promise, even though it's fucking trauma is awesome. But if you want to hear us talk about horror, you come over to Wrestling with Horror. That's my channel. That's also in the description. And we talk about horror over there. Like this Tuesday night, cheap plug, we'll be reviewing In the Mouth of Madness, 1987 John Carpenter movie starring Sam Neill. Yeah, one of the Apocalypse trilogy films. So, we'll be watching that one.
Nice.
And that'll be available on our Patreon, too, as soon as I'm done here, even though I'm fucking exhausted, we're going to record that for Patreon. But first up, we're going to talk about some AEW. And I know. Bestow your beating heart. We're going to talk about AEW. And we're going to start with the Mercedes moan. Mercedes draws no money. Last week, she faced Billy Starks. And, of course, went over on her because Why wouldn't she? She hasn't lost a match since she has been in
I know. Since she
Double.
debuted, she hasn't lost a match.
At Big Business, Boston, right?
Yep,
That was her
yep.
debut. And she's collected all these titles, and she's done literally absolutely less than nothing to elevate any of the other women on the roster.
No, she hasn't done shit. And
No.
she's on like an island by herself with the TBS champion and the world champion, not even like crossing paths. So
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that her and Toni Storm haven't acknowledged each other's existence.
yeah,
At all.
Anybody who ever has a TBS title, they never like cross paths with the champion, like ever. It makes no sense.
I
No.
heard Soraya is on her way out. I don't know if there's validity to that, as I haven't been paying as much attention on the AEW side of things. But you know, I wish they would have given her like at least half the push they gave Mercedes Moné, because Soraya is talented and it's in her blood. And you know, so many times you see the Rusevs come over. You know, the Malachi Blacks and so many other, you know, the Claudio Castanolis.
Yeah.
And they've kind of fumbled how they've handled them. But then of all people, they give Sasha fucking Banks the monster push, which just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It kind of blows my mind with so many other former WWE stars that they've brought over and fumbled, I guess.
Unless they plan on giving Soraya the TBS belt, because she was world champion for like a week or something like that.
I know, but for the most part, she's kind of just been in weird supporting roles, and you know, and it's weird because it's like, I mean, maybe she doesn't want to be in the spotlight. I don't know what's up with her neck.
I know she asked to have like some time off because her and her boyfriend were kind of splitting up, her and Ronnie Radke. So she was dealing with a bunch of that stuff. So I think that's one of the reasons why she isn't. She just released a book too, I think.
I mean, that alone, though, a Soraya versus Mercedes Moné feud, and I get it, they're both former Fed wrestlers. Well, that would be money, you know, and that's not even bringing in their biggest talent, Toni Storm.
Especially because Sasha's the reason Paige was out, so it would be a great feud. It would be money, unless Sasha doesn't want to work with her.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't surprise me.
No, Soraya retiring, I mean, who cares? Who cares? What has she done since she came back? Nothing,
but I mean, I mean, them fighting each other like would be like a carryover from like the Fed. Since she retired before that, and then came back to AEW.
But she's done nothing. They have to build.
Yeah,
build to it, and then what's the payoff? What's the payoff in reality?
Soraya is the TBS champion,
and then she retires. You just retired. I just retired.
Well, I don't know about her retiring, but
she's gonna be. Soraya's gonna be out. She announced it. She's gonna be done.
Did she?
She came out and made some statement about getting ready to transition out of in-ring. Isn't the main reason Monet has never lost because TK wants to break her Jay Cargill's record as TBS champ? Probably.
Oh, maybe.
I can see that because Tony Khan's pissed because she went over to the Fed and has had more. I would argue that Jade has had more success in the Fed than she did in AEW, despite the lack of a lengthy title reign, just in the way she's been presented here. Despite the faux pas and the storyline that she's in now, I mean, it's still better, I'd say, than her being stuck on it. At least she's interacted with more of the roster here.
She's a 2-time tag champ over there too.
Yeah,
they weren't afraid to have her lose a belt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right, Joe. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Hasn't shown me anything in AEW. WWE's right, not only a wrestle due to her neck injury. Yeah, because they haven't done anything with her. They have done less
They
than
gave her
nothing.
that, which it was stupid to give her the belt at Wembley. Like, I get that's her home, she's from there, but it's like that was dumb.
Yeah,
To give her the belt and then have her lose it like a week or two later.
I know it made no. It
I
made
didn't even
no
think
fucking
she had
sense.
any defenses, and it was Hikaru Shida that beat her. So it's like, what?
Yeah, I dude, they've buried most of the roster. You know what I mean? Like they just selectively bury fucking guys. Oh, there's
Well,
Jim.
yeah. As soon as you lose a belt, you like fade into obscurity.
Yeah, because they don't know how to maintain booking. They want to fucking I want to tell a long-term story, but we don't know how. That's
They care too much about the
AEW.
ranking bullshit, and that's what. So they put them at the back of the list and have them fight all the way back up again, which makes no sense.
Yeah, well, they don't need to do the ranking things either. What up, Sherry? How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're talking wrestling today. James will be joining us momentarily. I just sent him the link. Apparently, Snow White is done.
Oh,
But
I won't say what I said.
go in the private chat. No, I think that, and this is going to be the problem, is they're going to take Mercedes Moné. It's going to go to All In, which is in Houston, and they're going to put her over on Athena.
That's in July, though. There's 2 pay-per-views before that.
They're going to have to build to it. I wouldn't just do it right. I wouldn't just go in one match and then have Mercedes go over on Athena. I don't want Mercedes to go over on Athena as it is. But
I don't either, but if they're shopping to get ROH on TV.
Yeah, I don't know. I see this as a disaster course for Athena.
Oh, I agree.
And
But
it's
how Tony is.
It's bad business.
That's why he has Jericho as the ROH World Champion.
He's Jericho's
still.
Jericho's still the ROH champ. Jesus Christ.
Look at this guy.
What the fuck? Did you wear that to the theater?
No, I just put it on before I came in here.
It'd be fitting for the movie you went to see if you did.
No, I went to see Snow White.
I know.
Great.
That's the joke.
You have to suspend disbelief that the queen is uglier than Snow White, because Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say they're asking me to really work here.
I think Disney has this new thing of seeing like how far they can get the princess's fucking eyes to go apart, because the Little Mermaids were like here and then Snow White's are here. By the time they fucking redo the Frog Princess, her eyes are going to be back here and she's going to be Asian. Whatever. Anyway, what were we talking about?
We were talking about
stuff they're doing in AEW about women's wrestling and
Mercedes.
them.
Mercedes Moan, yeah. Godzillionaire said James had to change out of his dwarf costume.
I don't think this hat's working for me.
He's the world's largest dwarf.
Well, and then the fact that they jobbed Billy Starks to her.
Yeah.
It's like, why do that? Like, now you just destroyed momentum that she had.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they kind of already destroyed the momentum she had in ROH when they had Athena beat her twice for the belt. And it's like, what are we doing here? Like,
Yeah, but having Athena go over on her in that mentor-mentee,
which is fine the first time, but the second time there needs to be a payoff. Like, you need to give her the belt the second time. They're not like, because then she's like, been under a wing some more and kind of gained that experience, and she would know what to do the second time around.
I want to see Athena go to the main roster. I just don't want to see her get lost in the shuffle up there. And I think she's talented enough to where she won't, But the problem is the incredible weight of massive stupidity that goes behind this man's booking right
Yeah.
here.
Why the hell is Megan Bain already? Like, they should have built that shit to like All In, World End, something. Like, I don't understand it. Like, obviously, she should be in that spot as the number one, like the challenger. But as soon as she comes in, like, I don't know.
Fresh out of GCW.
Yeah, they did it with Camille too.
Well, Camille was more seasoned than Megan Bain is. Camille was, women's world champion of NWA for like 800 fucking days.
Yeah.
Megan Bain, I don't know if she held gold in GCW.
She's in Stardom as well for a while.
Okay. But Camille has more years under her belt than Megan Bain does at this point.
Yeah.
So moving this absolute star right into a title picture with no build with Tony, like there's no way in all good conscience that a good booker is going to put these two in a match the next pay-per-view already.
Yeah, especially with the great feud that we had with her and Mariah May, like back and forth. Like, you got to top that. Like, you got to do something.
Yeah. You can't.
She should probably be the one that should be the next world champion. Like, she definitely has the look and she has the in-ring skill to do it. But already, like, that fast. I feel like if you put her in there and she takes the title, everybody's going to complain. If she doesn't take the title, then she's just going to slide down. I don't know. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation.
Mm-hmm. And that's right, Just Joe. Megan Bain from Tony Khan, my shiny new toy. That's it. That is exactly it.
Is that like a Joey Legend WWF Attitude Era reference?
I don't know. It might be.
You remember they brought Joey Legend in and they just called him, "What's your name, Joe?" What? Joe? What? Just Joe. That was like fucking. Were we supposed to do an awful gimmicks episode? Is that should be in there?
Yeah. That would in Techno Team 2000 with Eric Watts and
when your dad's not the booker, you can't be world champion.
Damn it. But no, man. Yeah, he said it, Just Joe from 2000 WWE. See? I thought so. But no, man, Megan Bain, I like moving her right into that program with Chris Statlander with no build is a mistake, because that is the equivalent of like Wardlow and Hobbs right there on the female side. Like, you've got basically like two stud females, like 6'1", 185, fucking 5'9", 180 or 175, whatever stat is, and they can both work. So why do you just give that away?
Doesn't make
sense. Yeah, and then they repeat it on the pay-per-view, so it's like, why do I need to see the pay-per-view? I just saw this match.
Yeah, there's literally zero fucking point to it.
Or they'll do the pay-per-view, have them fight each other, and then they'll have them fight each other again off the pay-per-view right after it. So it's like, so I didn't need to watch the pay-per-view after all.
I'm okay with the rematches taking place after the pay-per-view, because that's something that's been done for a long time. But yeah, there's just not much rhyme or reason to anything Tony Khan does. We were talking about it the other day when we're saying, can you imagine if Moxley really wanted to do something, Tony Khan telling Mox, no, you can't do that. No, you can't land on those spikes. Like, he can't control the locker room. And for all of Vince McMahon's faults, his word was the law. And if you went against him, I mean, he would take an ass whooping. We all know Chains, If he had to take an ass whooping, fine, but he didn't budge from his positions. What he said went. And the same can't be said for Tony Khan, which everything after that just kind of trickles down. He has no business running a backstage area, much less the front end of the wrestling company. He just doesn't have the vision that it requires.
No, but that's what happens when you put in a weak man in charge of a bunch of fucking sharks. And make no bones about it, James, an inexperienced promoter, what are the boys? What are the boys going to do to him? They're going to fucking eat him
Run
alive.
all over him.
That's it. And
Yeah.
Tony Khan made the mistake from the very beginning of he wanted to be one of the boys.
Yeah. You're going to have a group of guys, one group of guys that they're going to be his best friend, and they're going to get in his ear, and they're going to run the whole fucking company, not that guy. And that's
and
and
he's
every place ever.
Yep.
Khan is the perfect sucker for that because, again, the kid grew up rich.
Mm-hmm.
He it's lonely on the top of that mountain. He was isolated. He obviously didn't develop right, and you can see that in how he interacts as an adult. Yeah, exactly. So he never knew, were the kids coming to his birthday party in Hawaii because they genuinely liked him as a person, or did they want to go to Hawaii and that was just their ticket, you know? So he grows up in that mindset of, well, this is what I can give you if you will be my friend, except now he's dealing with, like you guys said, the sharks in the backstage area who, again, crabs in a bucket. Everyone's trying to get to the top of that mountain and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get there. It's just it's a bad mind state for Tony Khan to be in. You know, he's probably the last person because of his background to be dealing with professional wrestlers. But we've all said it, he should hire somebody who is experienced to run that backstage. He just needs to be the benefactor.
Fuck, that shit happens with like people that have, like even Vince McMahon and the Click and stuff. That kind of stuff happens to people who are experienced. So to somebody who's not experienced in the wrestling business, it's not making for a good show. And hell, when the Click was running things, that was I love the Click. Don't get me wrong, that was a bad portion of business.
Yeah,
when they were on top, but they ran.
I mean,
they're
they're still on top. Triple H is running shit now. Like,
well, yeah, I guess
he was playing the long game.
Yeah, he won out. I think he was the lowest member of the Click.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He had to take the fucking heat for the curtain call. He's the one that had to job to Warrior after that.
Yeah.
And that's that match was quick. That was a fucking squash.
Fucking jump straight up out of the pedigree.
Yeah. Just sells the pedigree. That AEW, that's a good segue. I want to talk real quick because James, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. I did a whole video on the Moxley and Edge spot, and I have been lambasted. Fuck no. And
I liked it. I liked it. I didn't mind watching it, but I'm like, what a fucking idiot.
Yep. And I got called soft and all kinds of shit for that. And I'm like, dude, when you can, and I said this guy in my comment section, I'm like, when you can lace my boots, you can talk to me about spots. Shut the fuck up. Like, oh, you're just soft. Dude, no, I don't. From a worker's perspective, I don't want to see anybody get maimed in the fucking ring. For what? For what? Nobody's
on TV.
It's not as deep as everybody was saying it was either.
Nobody is gonna remember this shit in a month. It's gonna be forgotten.
Yep.
So why do it when it may not have went as deep as it looked, but the thing is, the variables that could have went wrong, the negatives far outweigh the positives. The cost benefit to this is not in balance.
My least favorite part of the whole fucking thing, it wasn't even the main event. The world title match on TV on their basic weekly show with a spot like that wasn't the main event.
No, that was
it's mind blowing.
The 9 o'clock hour. It was halfway through the show. They put the fucking world title. And it's like, you don't even know how to book your world title.
Yeah. I mean, the Megan Baines stat match, I think that was the main event, right? That was a good match, but I mean, Tony Storm's promo, I guess, was the end of the show. It was a good promo, but fucking that should have been the main event, especially if you're going to do a spot like that.
Yeah.
Well, look at, again, not to always go back to this, but look at MJF. He's like has the most potential and is the best thing going for AEW in terms of homegrown talent. Yeah. He should have been this monster heel during his first title run. And I mean, I was excited for that. I mean, when he revealed himself and took the mask off and freaking went in and wrestled Moxley and won the title, I was excited. I'm like, all right, let's see what this guy can do. And they turned him into a mid-card comedy act with the world title on it.
Mhm.
And to this day, he hasn't recovered. So, yeah, again, they've never booked their world title correctly. I mean, not making that match the main event is, it's egregious, but I mean, it's not even some of the worst of what they've done to their champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It still bugs me about MJF, man. But then seeing he's not really recovered from it either, so maybe I had too much faith in him.
I just wish they'd get Hangman Adam Page away from anybody with talent.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't like him. I know a lot of people like him. I fucking hate him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Page is just garbage.
Well, it's nepotism. He's friends with the Bucks, so he gets the push. But meanwhile, you have these. See, again, my biggest problem with AEW is that they have everything they need to be great, but they're not mixing the ingredients correctly. And Hangman Adam Page is a big part of that. He's always featured prominently when all of these talents who far exceed him in just about every skill set you can imagine are kind of put on the back burner or down lower on the card. They don't have the same spotlight shown on them.
I think they got the best roster. I think they have a better roster than WWE. I say it all the time, but it doesn't matter how good your roster is if you don't use half of them or book the ones you do have.
Yeah.
Fucking dog shit.
Yep.
You can have all the ingredients to make a great stew, but if you don't put it together correctly, it's going to taste like shit.
Yeah. And that's a lot of what you look at the AEW TV product, and that's what it boils down to is, yeah, he's got 180 people on the roster, but he uses like 25 of them.
Yeah.
And you're just letting everybody else just languish in relative obscurity for what? So you can just say that you have them signed?
Yeah. And then, I mean, he had people like sign and let him go that like Aleister Black or Malachi Black and Miro and these other guys that he could have brought in and put on the top and never really did anything with them. They get like a small injury and then that's it for them. It's fucking dumb.
Were you watching when Malachi Black first debuted and was feuding with Cody? He was fucking
that. But
he was white hot. Like the crowd, I was like, this is a main eventer here. And then they kind of let him languish away in the trios division.
Yeah. I think they're like one of the guys that they were getting over with the Jericho thing. Like the heat is dying and they need to do it fast. It's like Big Bill. Like he was really getting over with their crowd and it was time to break him off like 3 months ago. And he's still in there. And I think I think the reaction for him is getting lower than it was. Because who I can't remember who was wrestling. I think they were in Wales, and they're cheering for him. And they might have been Hook. They were cheering for him and booing Hook, and as they should have.
Yeah, you should never encourage Hook ever.
Yeah,
he's god awful. Let's talk a little bit about the confirmed matches for WrestleMania 41, and we've got, we'll start at the top. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Those two are going to be under the same roof again tomorrow at the OVO Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland. We'll be covering Raw live at 3:55 Eastern tomorrow afternoon on Wrestling with Horror. Are we going to get more of a nothing burger like we did last week? I mean, we got a good Cena promo. Cody was garbage, but I mean,
is it Cody's promo?
I don't like anything he does. It's so contrived. It's so contrived and forced and just homogenized. And Tony,
he's over with the kids. The kids like him. He's the new Cena.
I know. Oh God, I know, and it kills me. I heard somebody else say something about that. I can't remember what channel it was. It might have been The Hater, but he said he said you listen to Cody, and he said he has to stop and think about what he says. And somebody was like, this, and just like you did, Tone. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, it's not just us that sees this.
Yeah, it's even the Cena promo, I mean, I don't know, man. Everything under Triple H, I don't mean to like blackpill and everything, but it just like it seems like Triple H either takes the safe route or he'll do random surprises like Io Sky winning the women's world title or Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble, but then has no like good follow-up to justify those random surprises.
I think
like
Cena's
Cena
going to take the title.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see. It's just I feel like they could have hit his heel angle at like a better angle. Like he could have come at it at a different perspective than, you know, I'm mad at you fans for booing me, even though I've dealt with it for 25 years, but now I'm at the tail end, like winding down my career, and here's where I snap. Like, I don't know, like even when Hogan turned heel, and they were booing Hogan in WCW for a while, you know, he's getting boos, but he didn't come off like that. Like he came off real cocky and was like laughing at the fans. Like, I've always been Hollywood, you know, you idiots just bought into it. And I'm not saying they should have directly taken from that, but Cena could have like it. He kind of was whining a bit in the ring.
Yeah.
And I feel like he could have been like, I'm the same motherfucker from 2003. Y'all got played and I got paid, you know? I'd like to see him cockier, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the turn itself. I was like, the turn itself was pretty good. I didn't know you were talking about the promo when he did on Raw.
Oh,
yeah. Dude, and they foreshadowed that turn when he took advantage of Punk getting curb stomped. That was really good.
Yeah. The turn itself was good. It was really good.
Like, I still maintain they should have done it at Mania and kept teasing. Like I said, mid-match, double down. Rock throws a fucking chair in, and Cody looks at it, and he turns and goes to revive the ref because you do a double down ref bump, and then fucking Cena grabs a chair, waffles fucking Cody, wakes the ref up. AA 1, 2, 3. Him and Rock said that would right there. I think you could have got them to fill the ring up with garbage.
Especially if they teased Cody taking Rock's offer up until Mania and teased him being heelish, but then at that moment he looks at the chair and decides against it, but Cena doesn't.
He has that crisis of conscience moment where he's like he's like shit, he's fighting it, you know, because we all know Cody's a heel. Mm-hmm. Cody's a fucking heel. He's he's Homelander. He's a fucking heel.
Even his promo with him in Before Chamber with him and Punk, like it screamed heel. Like he's like that like cowardly heel kind of like where he's like not confident in himself kind of heel, you know?
Yeah.
So Steve Austin's involvement, what do you guys think?
Oh God, I hope he doesn't come out and help Cody. Tony,
I don't think so. I think he's gonna help Cena.
I hope he does.
That's my thought on it. That's how Cena's gonna get the title, and then he'll carry it to SummerSlam, and Cody will probably get it back.
He comes.
I see Punk getting it back. Or getting it. Yeah, because it'll be full circle with him and Punk.
Yeah.
And that's more money than Cody versus Cena again.
I think they're gonna involve Steve Austin. Like they've been kind of hitting at it. Steve Austin's been kind of hitting at it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I know it was supposed to originally be Taker instead of it was supposed to be Austin instead of Taker.
Well, last year I believe they said that Austin was supposed to be in the spot that Taker had at Mania, and Austin refused to do it.
Yep.
Well, and the problem with Austin being involved is he's just coming off that knee replacement surgery in December. He's 4.5, 5 months out from that. I mean, what could his involvement really? He's what, 59, 60 now? Is he 60?
Who now?
Austin.
Austin?
Is he in his mid 50s or I don't know how old he is. I can't remember, but I thought
He's
he was
got to be close to 60.
I thought he was mid to late 50s.
Goldberg's supposed to have
He's,
a match at the end of the year too.
60.
He turned 60 on December 18th.
Okay, so he's 60.
He still looks good.
No, he's in good shape, but he's still 60.
Yeah.
His match with Kevin Owens was at 2 years ago.
It was a banger.
It
Yeah,
was.
it was good.
It really was. But that was 2 years ago. He's now 60 years old, knee replacement. I mean, he's going to be in Las Vegas. He confirmed that. So what is the scope of his involvement? I mean, could he give out a stunner? I mean, probably.
I want to see Punk versus Stone Cold. That's what I want to see.
It's a money match, but I don't think it'll ever happen now.
Because of back in 2013 when they were like for the game and they were like kind of like teasing it.
Yeah.
That's if Punk was in WWE a few years ago, that's what we would have gotten instead of Owens versus Austin.
Yeah.
But it's probably the time has passed now, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yep. That's no. Oh,
throw it on the Bret Hart Kurt Angle pile.
Oh God, yeah. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins.
Punk gets his Mania win.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
This is Heyman. I think this is Heyman heel turning on Roman.
Yeah.
Because
a heel Punk's better than a babyface Punk all day.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
Oh, for sure.
Agreed.
Yep.
Still,
absolutely.
there's still that part of me though that would love to see these two like world-class athletes like Roman Reigns and fucking CM Punk fighting over this fat Jew over here. And then
and Cena. Yeah, go ahead.
No, just Heyman dicks them both over and leaves with Brock Lesnar. Like in a perfect world, that's what I'd like to see.
Or leaves with Rollins. That's
yeah.
That would
be a swerve.
This is bro.
That would work perfectly though if Heyman goes with Punk and he turns heel because Cena's not ending his career as a heel. He's gonna there's gonna be a redemption arc where he turns face again. Yeah. So that would be perfect because then you could switch him back to face and have heel Punk versus babyface Cena for the belt.
Maybe, but going out like in the ultimate heel move would be legendary if Cena, like if he just did something just egregious in his last match and didn't, have the redemption arc. Like that'd be fun to see. It would.
I'd like
but
to
you're
see
probably right. Like
I want to say I want to see him like go out putting somebody over that they're gonna do something with, but like they had him put over Austin Theory already, Solo already, and did nothing with either of them. So like, what does fucking beating Cena clean at this moment even mean? Like it means jack shit, and it's kind of fucked. Because they could use him, like had they not done that, to put over like Jacob Fatu or something, in his last match, and really get that person over.
Did you see that they already had ukulele?
They've had him signed for like a year.
Yeah, it's like he signed. It's like
him and the other one.
How Jesus Christ!
And the other one is in the Performance Center, but he's not doing as they like. He's newer and he's not performing as well as they had hoped.
There's too many Samoans, too many Samoans, too many Samoans, too many Samoans.
He's not even Samoan. He's Fijian. It's like he's like Fijian or Fiji or whatever the fuck they call those people. I don't know. Is it Fijian the right word?
We're gonna get Bloodline 3.0.
Oh God, please don't. Please don't.
There's a YouTube channel, Wrestling with Andy. I don't know if you guys watch it, but he's always doing best mid-card title holders or the Marty Jannetty's of wrestling, the other part of the tag team that didn't make it. And he goes through the list and shit. But today he released a video, WWE's best Samoans. And I'm just like, keep scrolling. Samoan fatigue.
And Samoan fatigue. If I have to sit through one more Tama Tonga fucking segment with him not remembering where he's supposed to stand during a fucking promo, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
I hope Pete goes back and watches that and fucking Jey Uso's number one. So I could just see him throw his fucking.
It's Haku and
His wife.
the
He'll have to
Barbarian.
get his wife downstairs, recording him throwing his fucking computer out the window. I'm done. I give up.
That's it. Jey Uso's number one. What am I even doing here anymore?
Did you see the dislikes on that fucking YouTube video? Oh my god! I didn't watch the video. I just see all the posts about it.
Holy
60 to something thousand fucking
What's-
to 10,000 likes.
What's the count at now?
I don't know. It's like a 6-to-1 fucking ratio.
I was at like 70,000 dislikes when Jey Uso beat the guy that Cena put over at WrestleMania in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh my God! Wait, don't forget Jacob Fatu has like 6 kids. Bloodline will last until the year 2050. No.
So they were going to sign Zilla Fatu. Like I keep hearing they're going to sign him, and then they never do.
I don't know. Is he the other one that was? I thought he was.
He's like Umaga's son that's always like getting fired from whatever company for whatever reason. Like he left Reality of Wrestling for whatever reason, and then GCW, and then a bunch of other smaller indie promotions of shit all over him. So he must not be the best person in the world to.
I don't know. I don't remember the other one, but I know Hikuleo is doing all right. They're just waiting to use him, I guess. But the other one is like not performing to their expectations.
So now is he the one? Because isn't one of Haku's kids actually his? Is that the one that's actually his? Because the other two are like
I don't fucking know.
because the two that they say is his dad, like fucking the guy with the Gorillas of Destiny or whatever. Those aren't actually his sons; they're like his nephews. But he like raised them. I think the other one might actually be his son, but I can't. I don't fucking. I'm not looking it up. It's not.
They're all
Yeah, I don't care.
they're all related somehow.
They're all from the island of irrelevancy. So
Yes. Hailing from the Isle. Can you hear Howard Finkel saying that? Hailing from the Isle of Irrelevancy.
Jeez.
Dude,
that's what he should refer to them as. The other fucking bloodline. They should say that's the island. That would be fucking great. Why have they not done that?
the Isle of
Triple H,
Irrelevancy.
you owe me fucking money if I hear that next week.
What? It's going to show up on SmackDown. The Isle of Irrelevance. Here's Tama Tonga or Tongaloa is just walking around lost, throwing horrible punches.
I'm gonna get a bunch of hate mail tomorrow from a bunch of fucking Fijians saying, even if they're, I don't even know if it's Fijian is the right word. Yeah, I'm fucking done. Either way, I'm toast. I'm a racist. It's over.
Canceled. He's fucking canceled.
I'm going to ask Grok that. I'm going to ask Grok how to refer to Vietnamese people.
He's like, we refer to them as Bobs and Vagine.
Nobody can see me now. You have no idea what I look like.
They just rewind 15 seconds earlier.
You have no idea where I'm from.
I'm
not in Michigan.
I gotta fix this in post.
Wait, I think I have a Lions belt there too. I don't fucking. So I need to mirror it so I know what arm to put up.
Yeah, it's Fijian. Fijian.
Hell yeah, I'm not racist after all.
Yeah,
you're in the clear, bud.
It's still irrelevant.
What's important is that we checked our bias before we knew for sure. So
we had to fact check it. I can't be racist. I've got Jade Cargill in my background.
I am racist. Everybody's called me every fucking Arab name you could think of on a daily basis.
Tony Khan.
Yeah, Tony
Khan in whiteface.
Jeez. He looks more like Nick Khan.
What is that?
Jade Cargill's culturally appropriated Nordic hair. Jesus, help me, Ryan.
I think she looks good with that hair.
It's a good look.
It is.
It is.
It goes with the whole Storm presentation, though.
She was good on SmackDown. Like, let's give her credit because we shit all over all the fucking time. The promo was good. The match was good. Everything was good.
This was good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who I stole that from, but I posted it the other day.
There was a thing going around saying that those two have heat with each other, and she has heat in the locker room, which I don't know if it's true or not.
She had heat with Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, that I heard.
Baszler probably beat her ass.
Be
honest.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Probably not the right word to be using.
No.
Shayna Baszler would beat her ass.
Yeah.
I'd put my money on Shayna Baszler in that. Yeah. She would have Jade folded in half like a fucking pretzel, choking her out with her own arm. I mean, let's face it. Jade looks like she can fight. Shayna can fight. Like for whatever you think about her professional wrestling acumen and skill level, let's not poo-poo the fact that she is a legitimate UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And she's a badass. I mean, yeah, that I wouldn't want to roll with her. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, well, she put Jade in that fucking, was it like that chokehold? And
when she tapped out legit.
Yeah. She got Jade fucking tapping.
Right on screen.
Yeah, she's like, ease up.
Yeah. That was fucking funny. It's like, it was plain as I could see. That was Clash at the Castle. That was when the Alba Fire and Isla Dawn won the tag titles that they shouldn't have taken off of them.
You fired the wrong fucking one. You fired the wrong one.
You should have fired them both.
No, they should have kept Isla Dawn.
They're both terrible.
You're terrible.
They're terrible, and they're both generic, and like, it's like, I don't know. Everybody
from looking at the wrong side of her, bud.
Well, they all look great. They look great. I'll give you that. But all the women, outside of a few on NXT, all are like interchangeable. It's the same as like Trick Williams and all those guys.
God damn it!
Now you're racist, Jesus.
Right? He said it the other day. I'm like,
I had to fight those little shits and
YouTube shuts us down right now. I was just fucking around.
Yeah, right. Draven said Javon Evans, Trick Williams, all look the same. God damn it, Draven.
Jesus.
Well, they're generic. I understand what you're saying from
they're like
they look generic. There's the differentiation between gimmicks is negligible.
Yeah. There's no differentiating between the three. It's like, oh, this guy has a different gear on. It's like, it's the same person.
And then they work pretty much the same style.
Yeah, exactly.
So I get that.
I'll give you Oba Fleming. He's like, the big man kind of like his style isn't really the same, but
I like Obafemi. I do.
Obafemi's going to be a top.
He's going to be a star. I like Obafemi. Yeah. It's funny because I think the hater, he fucking hates Obafemi. He just rips on him. I'm like, I've only seen a couple matches, but the guy's got a look. He's got a presentation. He's good in the ring. He's imposing. I'm like, I dig it. I think he can go places. He'll do much better than Odyssey Jones, which I feel bad for Odyssey Jones because he was on the roster for like 360 some days, gets called up and then fired in within a month. And then it was bullshit.
Yeah, didn't they put him with the New Day?
Yeah, he was going to be the new Big E, and then they fired him, and they found out that the charges were bullshit. And did they rehire him?
Of course not.
Just like fucking Enzo.
Yep.
And because the internet hated Enzo, now the internet's fucking clamoring for Enzo.
Yep.
Like AEW freaking muted out. You can't teach that because the crowd said. I can't remember who said something, but the next line would have been, "You can't teach that," and they fucking bleeped it out.
Yeah.
I think it was last Saturday or last Wednesday or something. I don't remember what it was, but I'm like, the crowd's fucking saying it. What do you care?
Right.
Yep.
That's the problem.
You should bring Enzo into AEW and have them and actually get rid of their trios belts and just focus on the tag teams over there.
I mean, in all honesty, just put Bill as a singles guy and have Enzo be his fucking manager. That's money right there. People love it. They were on the Jericho cruise and fucking I don't know if you guys seen the clip of that, but
yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. The fucking whole place went nuts for it. And that's a bunch of, it's all full of smart marks that probably hated Enzo and were all burying him a couple years ago. But now everybody sees the value in his fucking mic work because Enzo didn't need to be the best of the ring. He was really good on the mic, and sometimes that's all.
Yeah, he writes notebooks for full of shit, material.
I gotta give a shout out to my kids watching. He's on vacation right now. Him and the wife are watching. So what up, Dre?
Need to watch my mouth.
What up, now? There, he's used to it. What up, buddy? Hope you're having fun at the water park. He hears much worse. He hears what's much worse for me on a daily basis.
I'm not taking my friend out for his birthday, so I will see you guys later.
All right, brother.
For a minute.
Yeah, man.
I will catch you next time with a little less of the racism and all that. See you later.
And less
That's
of the
why they're-
seeing Snow White.
God damn it.
Jesus.
Oh, bundle of sticks.
You bundle of sticks. He's like, God damn it, Draven. I think my idea in the private chat was good.
Too. Or something offensive on a pole match would work too.
Jeez.
Bro, let me tell you. I'm going to share this real quick. Look at this. This is fucking how we ordered pay-per-view events back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm this old. Yes, right here. He's got this. We had one of these in like the 80s and early 90s before they changed shit around. But yeah, man.
Yeah. The trick was before digital cable, even if you didn't have a black box, and this is how I got away with watching them, because even back then, $25-$30 for a pay-per-view, we didn't have that, but we did have $3.99 to rent the movie before the pay-per-view. And how it worked back then, if before digital cable, when you would order a pay-per-view movie, they would send a signal through the coax to the cable box, and it would unlock the channel. You watch your movie, and then after the movie, after the credits, they would send another signal, and it would shut the channel off, relock it. So you ordered the movie before, the day before, whenever, You order it before, and then when the movie comes on and your channel unlocks, you unplug your cable box and you wait for after the movie's over when they send the signal to shut your channel off, but your cable box is unplugged. And then you plug that motherfucker back in and you'd have the pay-per-view channel for like 3 or 4 days after that. And then they would send it again and it would shut off. Fine, whatever. So that's how I'd watch the pay-per-views. Until digital cable, until 2000, 2001, when digital cable started taking over all over. Yeah, so that's how I basically watched every pay-per-view, WWF and WCW, from 1997 till then. Good times.
Awesome.
Hey, it's their fucking fault. They should send the signal more often.
Right.
Wish I known that trick.
Right. All right, we got
a couple cleaning and had to unplug my box.
We got a couple more matches here. This is Tony's favorite. The World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther defending against main event Jey Uso. Yeet.
They actually fought already?
They've fought already, yeah. But no, this is for WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. I thought they fought in SmackDown. Sorry.
No. But no, this is confirmed for Mania. Everybody and their mother knows, even my mom, whose ashes knows that Jey Uso's going over. She's yeeting in the afterlife right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just made Jesus Christ. Is this where I'm at? I'm making jokes about my mom. This is where I'm at in life now. It's okay, Mom. I love you. You know that. She's upstairs planning like Olivia Soprano right now, still in the afterlife. She's gonna have a hit on me. But no, I think Jey Uso is obviously going over in this. What story they have to tell after he goes over remains to be seen, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Gunther, they've ruined him.
Again, any momentum Jey Uso had coming out of the Royal Rumble is gone.
Yeah.
Any electricity this match might have had, which wasn't much, is gone. The way they've built this match, the way they've built up to the title match of Raw's top prize is gone, and it's just tragic. There are ways to tell stories to make things interesting, and you can take Jey Uso and you can take Gunther and make something very interesting out of that, but they're not. It's not interesting watching Gunther wrestle jobbers for 2 weeks while Jey runs out, and then Jey wrestles jobbers for 2 weeks while Gunther runs out, and literally the same thing every fucking week. Gunther trying to put Jey Uso in a fucking sleeper hold. That's like the rest move in a wrestling match. That's the boring part of a wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the buildup. When, like we talked about before, the fans should be fearing for Jay's life. Like, not, yeah, it's for the title, but at this point, maybe it's better if you don't go after it because this Gunther guy is a maniac and we don't want him to hurt you, Jay. They should make Gunther into like this killer who eventually fucks Jay up a couple weeks before the pay-per-view so bad. You know, can't say he hits him with the car. That just happened with Jade Cargill. But maybe, you know, he
Comes out with the
Jay
jacket
Uso off
and
the
does
stage
some,
onto the concrete. Something to where Jay Uso's fucked up. The audio or the commentators stop speaking. You just have all the officials around Jay Uso's body laying there. There's the silence and the noise from the crowd to give it that real serious feel. And then you take Jay Uso off TV for the next week while Gunther brags about it's not even WrestleMania yet. He's won. He's taken out Jay Uso. And then Jay Uso returns the Raw before Mania. And he's got the heart. He's the underdog, but he won't quit fighting. And Gunther, you took your best shot, but I'm still standing. Bring him to WrestleMania. Gunther's beating Jay's ass through most of the match. You know, again, the fans are fearing for Jay's safety at this point. And then Jay pulls it out at the end with that emotional, heartwarming win over the bully, over Gunther, over this vicious, brutal opponent. You know, make it interesting. There's nothing interesting about sleeper holds and jobbers.
I feel like that's a personal attack.
He should lean into the Imperium thing.
Well,
just freaking destroy it, like you said, just destroy him. But Imperium style.
They should have kept Imperium together.
Oh, I agree.
They should have kept Imperium, and you can replace Vinci. You can find another guy and replace Vinci. Vinci was garbage. Like you can replace him easily. And I don't say garbage from a worker. I say garbage from a character.
Not another German.
Yeah, you've got an Italian in there with the crowds.
And like Just Joe even says it. WWE needs to have Gunther injure Jimmy Uso to get some heat for Mania. Sure, you know, fucking that's what they could do. You know, he fucks Jey Uso up, throws him off the stage, whatever. Jey Uso lands on the concrete. That's 3 weeks before Mania. Again, the commentators stop talking, the crowd noise and officials gathered around him, and then we just fade to black. That's 3 weeks before Mania. 2 weeks before Mania, that would be perfect. You have Gunther come out. I've already defeated him, and it's not even WrestleMania yet. Where's your hero tonight? And then Jimmy Uso comes out for his brother, and Gunther fucks him up and injures him. That would be perfect. And then the Raw before WrestleMania, Jey Uso makes his return. You know? And yeah, then you put Jay over at WrestleMania. That's storytelling. That's compelling. That gets fans invested in it. There's no reason to be invested in this storyline right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jay's not big enough of a name where it's like, oh, well, we just want to see him with the title, you know? And even if this was Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels in 1998, and this is how the story was going leading up to it, it'd be fucking boring, even though everyone was ready for Austin to win that title.
Yeah. Yeah, this feud it's not being built properly, and you've got to add another degree of danger into it, or else what are you doing? What stakes are there for Jey Uso?
I don't even see who he's gonna rival. Like, who are his rivals?
Right?
Like, what is he even gonna do once he's in it? Like,
yeah,
I like the whole it was something spontaneous that they made him win the Rumble.
Yep.
But like, what is the long-term booking of that? Like, there's no let's look to the future first before we start. You know.
Yeah.
Random surprises are good in wrestling when you have something to justify it. But when you're just
Mhm.
doing, hey, well, swerve, bro, wasn't expecting that, and there's no follow through.
Yeah.
At that point, you're J.J. Abrams.
Unless they plan on dropping
just-
the belt to Penta for Braun,
And then Braun
and
goes
then
after
Braun
him.
goes after him, which I'd be all right with. And then they just hot shot like he's not going to be a long-term champion.
I think Braun needs to cook a little longer, but
I want to see Breaker
Yeah.
go after Cody's. I don't want to see him diminished. Not at all. I think Braun Breaker needs to go after Cody's title.
yeah, once he's ready, once he hits that arc.
Yeah. Once he's the main character. He's almost there. He's got main character energy, dude. He's almost there.
I still think they should put Maxine Dupree with him.
Oh, you're not going to hear any
Oh, yeah.
complaints out of me with that because it'd make a good pairing.
As a manager, like a heel
Yeah.
man. He's a heel, right?
Yeah,
He's
So-
kind of a tweener right now.
tweener.
He's not a
He's
heel.
supposed to be heel, but yeah,
The crowd fucking pops for him like a
Then-
motherfucker.
Man.
like he was kind of a heel. Against AJ Styles, but then he turns around and he's facing the Judgment Day and Finn Balor, and he's the face. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I honestly, and this is just me being a Scott Steiner guy, I would put, like you said, Tony, put Maxine with him and give him Big Papa Pump music. Like at least throw the siren at the beginning, and then like they did Steiner's, and then go into his music and have him and Maxine come out. Like I think I don't know how his dad would take it though, if he, you know what I mean, if he's using Scotty's stuff more than his, but. Putting
I
that,
didn't want to do a lot of Scott. Like I know because
I know.
wants to stand in his zone, which I'm fine with that.
Either way, putting Maxine with him would be a really good aesthetic. And yeah, Jeff, Cena and Cody is a dumb story and it is boring. I know what you're trying to say, bro. I know what you're trying to say. It is boring, kind of. There's like because we know where it's going to end up. You know, we know where it's going to end up.
Well, altogether, it's like we're still in second gear heading into WrestleMania. It's like, guys, like it's almost April now.
Yeah.
Like we need to step it up. We need to make the road to WrestleMania is supposed to be the most exciting time of the year. And after a very, very bland 2024, this is what we're getting in the lead up. And again, it's all about one reason people love the Attitude Era so much, and yeah, it was a little rough at first, but was it funny to see Triple H get girls to flash the camera? Sure, but that's not what people are yearning for when they want to go back to it. It's the compelling, action-packed stories. Like, forget missing an episode. You didn't want to piss while the show was on because you might miss something. And now, I can safely say if I stopped watching now and tuned back in the week before WrestleMania, I would not have missed much. And anything I did miss would definitely be recapped. Like there's no sense of urgency tuning into the programming anymore. And that's
all wrestling.
A mistake.
Yeah.
I know.
Because they spoil every fucking thing.
Well, that and we're going to go long-term booking is stories that could be done in 2 months. They'll stretch out to 6.
Yeah.
And I said that before, and I'll draw the correlation again. It's The Walking Dead in their story arcs. And I'll call into evidence the Saviors, the all-out war story arc. They did 16 episodes. That was an 8-episode story arc. And this is WWE with a lot of their stuff. They'll take this as, okay, so we've pulled it to here. That's as far as it really should go. But then we'll stretch it all the way out like that until there's nothing left holding it together, and we'll call that a storyline. And, now I can say that the whole Punk and Rollins thing, that's been going on for a year right now. We're 3 weeks away We are 3 weeks away from WrestleMania Night 1 right now.
Yep.
3 weeks.
That's the most interesting thing that's going on.
And even then, it feels like they just threw Roman Reigns in because they literally have nothing else for him. I thought they were going to stretch out the whole Tribal Chief solo thing to WrestleMania, but they concluded that on the first Raw, on Netflix. And now, like, what's Roman Reigns doing? Like, he has really no story going into WrestleMania, so they have to base it around their Royal Rumble eliminations, which is like, I don't feel like CM Punk and Reigns should be upset. I could see why Reigns would be upset with Rollins. I can see why Rollins would be upset with Punk, but I don't see why CM Punk and Reigns would have beef right now. It's kind of ham-fisted.
It's over Paul Heyman, though, because Heyman owes Punk that favor, and Reigns is jealous because Heyman is his guy. I think, and I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that string tying those together because of the connection with Punk and Heyman, and then Reigns and Heyman, obviously. So for me, that works. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Tony, about them just throwing him in, because what do they have for him to do at this point? This guy was the focal point of how long? A 5-year angle almost.
Yeah.
And we can't just let him ride off into the sunset with nothing. So let's put him in this match. So I kind of see that perspective too. I don't mind them using Paul Heyman to bring everything together as a connective tissue in this respect.
Yeah, there's going to have to be an angle that takes place during this match, though. It can't just be, okay, this person won the triple threat and the match is over. Like, something needs to happen here.
We also have Goldberg, and he's going to have his final match or whatever this year, too. He's apparently training for it, but he doesn't know. But he doesn't know who against yet.
Braun,
because he started training. I think
this
week or next week.
If Goldberg doesn't go out on his motherfucking back, man, I swear to God.
Oh, he better. That fucker. He better go out on his back like he was. Never mind. But let's see what else we got for Mania. We've got Tiffy versus Charlotte Flair, and that did you see the press conference, the little interview they did with them? Hang on, I got a still from that, Draven.
Oh, I seen the one that you doctored.
Yeah, let me pull this up. Hang on a second.
I want Charlotte to win, but that's me.
Yeah, no. Look at this. Here's that's why the show is called Awful Wrestling Opinions. But yeah, there's Tiffany and Charlotte.
Now, I haven't watched SmackDown as much, and I do know they wanted Charlotte to be the face in this, and the fans wouldn't accept that, which also shows kind of how out of touch they are with their audience. But am I wrong to say that this match also feels a bit flat, like there's not much energy behind it? Or
I agree with that. Yeah,
it's been lackluster. Like Charlotte always getting the upper hand on Tiffany, and it's like if they're not showing their hand, then this is brilliantly played by Triple H. If he puts Tiffany over after all, you know what I mean? After all of this,
so it's like every angle right now feels flat. And probably the reason why. People have been waiting for Rollins and Punk, and they had their cage match, but no clear finish,
Yep.
And Roman Reigns returning was exciting, but that's really the only reason why that match has any real energy behind it right now.
Yeah.
It's like all the matches are flat.
I know. I look at Tiffany and Charlotte and I groan because I have that horrible sneaking feeling that Charlotte's going over.
Yeah.
And shut up, Draven.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I want her to win. I like Tiffy, but she's new. Well, she doesn't need to hold the title that long for her first.
Go fuck yourself.
She doesn't need to hold it that long for her first title reign.
See, I think the opposite, and not just because I really like her, but because it's her first run with that title.
You could build it where she chases back after her and makes it even bigger.
Well, give her. I give her. She's had it for
a couple months,
6 months, maybe 5-6 months. She won it at. Oh God, it wasn't. Which one was it? Was it SummerSlam?
I don't remember. She beat Jax or whatever.
She beat Refrigerator Jax. I think it was SummerSlam.
That was on a regular show, wasn't it?
No, I think that was a pay-per-view.
No, I thought she won on a regular show.
Hang on. When did Tiffany become WWE Women's Champion? Let's see. January
SmackDown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, it was a fuck finish. All right. So she won it January 3rd. So she's barely had it 3 months. I thought she won it before the end of 2024. Okay. So do not take the title off her.
Off of her.
If you take it off of her, it's her first run. I'm thinking
doesn't need it that long.
5-6 months.
Then make her build back up to like chase back after it.
But then will Charlotte want to put her over? Because how long are you going to leave it on Charlotte? And is Charlotte going to want to do the job? Because she's like, well, look, I'm what's best for business, blah, 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 blah. Even though, and I like Charlotte. I respect
to be fair,
her.
She's a really good worker.
I'm not saying she isn't.
So
I'm not saying
what other person that is on her tier as far as workers?
Tiffany.
I don't know.
I think Tiffany.
I think you're letting your think for you.
No, I'm not. I'm honestly looking at it from terms of work, durability, athleticism. I think she's on par with her. The only thing she lacks is experience. I mean, she's not as technically proficient yet, but she can get there, and I think she has a better power game because of the way Charlotte's built. Charlotte's built like a stick figure. She's athletic, she's toned, but she's very fucking thin. Tiffany has the gymnastics background. Not to say Charlotte can't do that same stuff, but with her age and injuries, that has substantially lessened, some of the things that she can and can't do. And I'm not saying she's like washed up, not by any stretch of the imagination, but right now, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna come. I mean, fuck the neckbeards, but because none of them, I don't think the neckbeards really like Charlotte, do they?
Nah, I don't think so. I like her because she's probably like during her time, she was probably the best women's person they had.
In her prime, absolutely, dude. Far and away, one of the most talented I've ever seen.
She's still up there as far as best right now, too, minus a few.
How old is she? What, 34, 35?
Good question.
You know what if they wanted to get her over as a babyface, do you know what they should have done? And
she is 38.
38. Okay. Which, honestly, not that bad age-wise. Considering how WWE has got a lot of older talent right now.
Mm-hmm.
If they really wanted to get Charlotte over as like a baby face, you know what they should have done? Use the divorce angle with Andrade. Made him the monster heel.
Are they actually getting divorced?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That shit was filed last October.
Damn.
I told her not to. I said, baby girl, I got no. But they should have used that.
I'd love to be Ric Flair's brother-in-law.
I'd be like, Rick, this is brother-in-law.
Or nephew-in-law, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Son-in-law.
Son-in-law, that's it. Sorry. Words.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny because they were separated by wrestling companies for a few years there, and then Andrade finally comes back and they're getting divorced.
He's not even on TV anymore.
No, he hasn't been on TV in a hot minute.
He won the Speed title, and then that was it. Who beat him for that?
I don't know. Godzillionaire said, Draven, I'd love to be Ric Flair's uncle son-in-law.
Yeah.
The sad part is I could have said son-in-law from the beginning, but I left Draven out there to drown in his verbal stew.
It's all right.
Leave him to his own
I'm
fucking
sorry,
devices.
dude.
Tony's like, nah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll let him hang.
Fuck you, bud. You don't like Roxanne.
Right? He's like, oh, you don't like Roxanne Perez? Fuck you. I'm not going to correct you. Women's World Championship, because we all know Draven fucking is a Charlotte mark. So we'll move on to the Women's World Championship, which just has Io Sky versus Bianca Belair listed, which we know Rhea's.
Which is a triple threat because she signed the contract.
Yeah. Because there's no money. I'm sorry. There ain't no money in Io Sky versus Bianca Belair.
And Io will take the fall for either Bianca or Charlotte. Or not Charlotte. Rhea. Sorry,
I
words.
think Io's gonna come out of it. I think that's the surprise they're gonna go with is you've got these two beasts of women, and then Io, who they've been downplaying this whole time, is going to be the winner. But it's like this is one of the matches I was kind of looking forward to was Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. That's a solid women's match.
Yeah.
Two big personalities. They can both go in the ring. They both have personality. And I think when I'm talking about every match is kind of fallen flat for me, the moment this match fell flat for me is when Io Sky won the title. Like, why? Why are you interjecting her in this?
I do like the where she's like an afterthought and she's like in the middle of it. I do like that. Like it's just funny because she can barely speak English. She's like, "I'm the champ," in her broken English.
Yeah. And it's like you don't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Io Sky afterthought in this.
Unless they have Asuka and
Oscar and Kairi
Sane show up and interfere to give her the victory.
Yeah, they'll have Oscar and Kairi and Dodge Dakota all come out. Nobody will know which one's which. Our drunk wine aunt, Dodge Dakota, she'll fucking injure herself walking down to the ring.
The wine aunt is Asuka.
No, that's Dodge Dakota.
When she does the demon thing or whatever, where the Kana or whatever.
Oscar, she lives in a garbage can. You got that twist.
God damn it.
Oscar lives in a garbage can. And Kairi.
Dakota's the odd one out because she doesn't look like all the others.
Carrie's from, I can't even say it right now. Carrie is, she's from Sex and the City. And then Yo-Yo Ma's a cellist.
They should bring Julia to the main roster and have her just destroy Dakota Kai and replace her in that group.
Just destroy the Dodge Dakota. Just tear it apart bolt by bolt.
Yep.
Or they'll distract her with a box of Franzia wine.
And put Gulia in there with them.
Julia Gulia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be named Julia Gulia. Jesus help me. What the fuck is wrong with you, Draven?
I don't know. I think she's cute.
Which one?
All of them. Except Dakota.
He doesn't. He's like, I'm not attracted to Dodge Dakota drunk wine pants. Let's see. So I don't know, Tony. I think you might be onto something though. Like in all seriousness, that they could be using this to put Io over. You know, because nobody would see. I mean, I can't say nobody would see it coming, but it's less obvious than Bianca's going over, or if they do include Rhea in this, which they probably will. Does Io Sky sell a lot of merchandise that can justify in this title match? I don't think so. I don't know. Look, we need to. I don't think Io Sky sells much merch. I mean, Is that the one they call the Genius of the Skies, or is that Carrie Bradshaw?
No, that's her.
Okay. Yo-Yo Ma is...
Kyrie Sane is the pirate queen or whatever.
Jesus Christ. She's
the
supposed
pirate,
to be a
whatever.
pirate? Where's her puffy
Yeah, she's
shirt?
a pirate.
You should be wearing a puffy shirt then, like Seinfeld.
She does sometimes.
Oh, my God, Carrie.
Kyrie, not Carrie.
No, it's Carrie. I'm calling her
Kyrie.
No, it's Carrie. It's Carrie. It's Carrie the fucking pirate. Now we got Carrie the pirate, Oscar the Grouch, Dodge Dakota,
and it's Oscar.
And Oscar is Oscar.
No, Oscar.
No, it's Oscar. And then Io Sky is now Yo-Yo Ma, a cellist.
God damn it. I fucking hate you.
That's damage control.
Bailey's not in it. They should kick
and Droopy Dog. Oh boy.
Fucking what's her name? Dakota Kai out of it because she's the odd person out.
Yeah, like I said, just put a bunch of. Never mind. I'm not.
And they should be the AWO, Asian World Order.
I could draw their logo, but I don't want to do it. I'll put it in the private chat using symbols. Was it EO in the new Assassin's Creed game? I don't know. Yo-Yo Ma was in.
No, she actually looks like a woman.
Hang on, let me put the fucking. I can't. I don't think I. No, I can't do it in there. God damn it! It won't let me do it. Wait, maybe it will. Yes, it will. Hang on. Let me see if I can do it. There it is, right there.
Oh, jeez.
That's their fucking logo.
Is it really their logo?
No.
Oh.
Jeffrey says Chelsea Green will be the next champion. I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind that either.
Fucking
She's
Chelsea.
doing good with the U.S. title where she has the what is the secret Hervis?
Secret Hervis.
Yeah, or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And Piper Niven and I guess the chick that's left from that tag team or
Alba Fire.
Yeah, Alba Fire, her Secret Service women.
Mm-hmm. It's a good gimmick for them too, but I would rather see Isla Dawn in that role. But
nah, I'm good.
You fucking what is
they were both terrible.
What? No, they weren't. They were
both. That's why they barely had the tag belts when they got them. They gave them to them and then they hot shotted them right back because they were terrible.
Oh my god,
because nobody gave a shit.
Tony, he's racist.
To what? A terrible redheaded and some pointy face witch looking.
Pointy face. Jesus,
I don't know.
Christ. Her face looks like a fucking. What is that thing? It's like one of those triangles.
Yeah.
She's shaped like a fucking protractor.
She's like the freaking thing from Beetlejuice with its head that's like stretched out.
Oh my god. You're such a dick. I can't believe you say that. Let's see. We've got hang on. Okay, so EO. We'll say EO. It's going over that. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens.
Why is that a thing?
Because remember Owens.
Oh, he beat the crap out of him. That's right.
Yeah, he injured him with the fucking package pile driver.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that should be good.
Yeah, I don't.
Orton's gonna win though. So
yeah, I don't see I mean, Orton's will. You have to wait a minute, darling. Orton's
unless Cody comes out to help him and then like costs him the match.
Okay, how about this?
And then they fight each other.
I'd like to see Orton fucking RKO Thody.
That's what people want to see, Cody versus
Orton. I don't want to see it for the title, though. I don't want to see Cody with the title.
I mean, what if, like, because I saw someone talking about something about, like, you know, basically Randy Orton joining with John Cena and turning heel. Like right when you think you'll see him with like the roles reversed with the babyface Orton and a heel Cena, but Orton actually turns heel with him. That would like give Cody something to do, so you're not like continuing the Cena Cody feud, because they'll probably have Cody beat Cena for the title later this year when Cena's going to retire. You know.
See, I see Punk winning the belt for him.
Yeah, maybe Punk. You know, I'd rather see that.
Then you have Rollins versus Punk for the title after that.
That would like give them a reason to veer away from Cody and Cena, as if Orton came out and interfered, and then Orton and Cody could feud, and it would take Cody's, attention off
away,
Cena, basically. But at the same time, I'd also like to see Randy Orton versus Cena one last time, since they were like, they've wrestled a million times, and in any other situation, but like, not that again. But if it's the last time, So I don't know. It's all fucking flat. In a year from now, we're going to talk about what a shit year it was. So,
yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't mind seeing Cena and Orton again. Like if it's the last ride, you know what I mean? That's because that's one of his like biggest feuds.
If that's the case, he needs to be if Orton faces Cena. And he actually goes over on Cena as like his last match. Orton needs to come back as a legend killer.
Yeah.
And just freaking destroy him. And then you could have, if you want to do something with the final boss too, you could have him put The Rock away too.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Nobody would care. Rock wouldn't do it. I can't look weak, brother. That's The Rock. I can't. It's him now. I can't look weak, brother. He sounds like Hogan.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest is close to being made official. And then you have Penta and a few others flirting with Braun Breaker's Intercontinental title as well. And we know, let's see, that's only that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's only 8 matches. So
I see Penta winning. Breaker.
I'm okay with them taking the title off him only if he moves up a notch. You know what I mean? Like that's the only way.
And his brother is signed with the Fed now. Last I heard,
they actually signed him.
Yeah, last I heard, he's signed now, and he's going to be going to SmackDown.
So he's already through like training, and
I guess so. He doesn't really need training.
Wait, his cousin?
His brother?
No, Ray Phoenix. Not Breaker's cousin.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was confused. I thought you were talking about Braun Breaker's cousin. I was like, Scotty's kid? No. Okay, Ray Phoenix. Yeah, I saw the video.
Because then you have them both be like single stars for a little bit, and then you can team them up later.
Yeah, I saw the vignette they did for him, and yeah, I'm stoked to see how they use him.
And then Malachi's been being teased too. He's coming in April. The 25th, I think.
So right after Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Raw after Mania, isn't it?
I think 24th or 25th, something like it.
Yeah, that might be the SmackDown after Mania.
SmackDown, I'm sorry.
Mania's 19th and 20th. Yeah. But I would bring him in the Raw after WrestleMania, even if you want him on SmackDown, you know?
Right. Yeah, I don't I don't know. I don't
know what they're gonna do with him though. That's my only I like him being back, but it's I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Like, what is his gimmick gonna be? Is it gonna be the same as House of Black, or is it you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, what exactly is his modus operandi in his return? Like Ray Phoenix, there's a lot you can do with him. It'd be a tragedy for them to mishandle Aleister Black or Malachi Black.
And then Bliss is rumored to be the leader of the YS6 for the future for now.
That's the last thing I really want to talk about tonight, because I do want to wrap up here fairly soon. Is Alexa Bliss has been pulled from all the WrestleMania stuff.
Has she? I thought that wasn't true.
What was that? I saw Slat Rock reported on that. Hang on. Has Alexa Bliss been pulled?
Because they're doing stuff with her on TV still.
I know.
So that's why I don't necessarily believe that.
All right, so update. This is from 411 Mania. I believe this is per Fightful. This was from March 21st. So this is 2 days ago. It was previously reported that Alexa Bliss is no longer advertised for the WWE World during WrestleMania week. This led to
for the World thing. That doesn't mean WrestleMania. That's just the World thing that she's not going to be at.
Yeah, but they haven't even said anything about her at WrestleMania. Bo Dallas is still not healed from his shoulder injury.
Yeah, but she can be the Op 2 leader for the time being.
Is introducing her without Bo Dallas, Uncle
She's
Howard.
already...
She's established from the original.
She's already established from the original thing anyway,
Yeah.
so it would be fine.
Yeah. I don't know.
And if they're going to try to keep kayfabe with it, then that would make sense for her not to be at World.
Yeah. Wait, Adam Pearce announced Braun Breaker for the IC title on tomorrow night's Raw. This is per Fightful.
Hold on. Who in Braun Breaker?
Penta versus Breaker tomorrow night.
Fuck.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was a WrestleMania match.
Right? That's what we were
It
just
is too.
talking about. I just saw this on in one of my groups on Facebook.
They only have 8 matches or whatever.
Yeah.
How are they doing 2 nights then?
Or
Or are they doing
they
4
can
matches a
stretch.
night?
They can stretch 4 matches out for a while, or they can stretch them out, but I'm sure more stuff's going to be added too.
Yeah.
They don't have either set of tag titles advertised. There's no women's.
Oh, yeah. What's his name? The Street Profits. I seen the one spot with those 2 LWO. I think it's the guy that has like the claw tattoo on his chest. And that other guy that's with him, I don't remember their names. I don't know if they're the LWO or the guys that are with Escobar. But they had a match against them, and they had Montez Ford in this thing, and he lands on his feet with it. I was like, and he just stands there and like looks behind, like, yeah, I did that. I was like, all right.
Let me see. Hang on. I'm looking for that thing from Fightful. Chelsea Green hopes she can do the women justice as U.S. champion at WrestleMania. That's per Fightful. When was this? I'm looking for that.
Who's she even gonna?
I don't know. I don't know what they would do with.
And then is what's her name? Valkyria or whatever the hell her last name is. She's the Intercontinental Champion still, right?
Yep.
So that means they don't have anything with her yet.
No, she's working Raquel Rodriguez tomorrow night for the women's IC title, so we know how that's going to go.
I've been using her in my faction, Raquel, and just destroying.
Yeah, so we got Penta versus Breaker tomorrow for the IC title. Hang on, because I have the announces now, adding that to Lyra Valkyria. So we have both IC titles on the line. Punk is going to be there. Cody and Cena are going to be there. And you have Jey Uso with a mystery partner versus A-Town Down Under. So you've got what? One.
Was Punk at on SmackDown this past?
I don't know. Let me look at the results here from SmackDown. I don't think he was.
I thought there was another brawl with all 3 of them or whatever.
Oh yeah. They were. I think they were there.
I need to catch the clip of that. I haven't seen it.
Let's see. Yeah, Kevin Owens had a promo with Orton. He interrupted Randy. Jimmy Uso and Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre and Shaky Nakamura.
I thought he was injured.
Which one?
Nakamura.
Shaky? No, I don't.
Yeah, that's why he dropped the title.
They just had him drop it because they don't care about him.
Because LA Knight has it back again.
Yep. Uso and Priest won that tag match. Charlotte Flair and Tiffany interview. We saw that. Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu, and number one contender for the U.S. title. And Braun Strowman won that via DQ. Piper Niven beat Zelina Vega in a match that shouldn't have even been competitive. And Liv Morgan and Jade Cargill was Liv Morgan won. And yeah, then we heard from the Street Profits. They work Los Garza.
That's it.
Los Garza. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, they did this move on the top turnbuckle with Montez, and he looked like he was gonna get slammed, and he lands on his feet. And he's like, "Yeah, what, motherfucker? You can't do shit."
Yeah, and then the main was Punk, Reigns, and Rollins all coming face to face, and they got into a big brawl.
Yeah, the Punk Rollins.
Yep.
Brawl.
Yes. Yep. So Raw, hopefully, will be.
What time is that?
4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We'll start here on Wrestling with Horror at 3:55 Eastern time. And channel members can watch along with us for Monday Night Raw tomorrow. And then 7:05 Eastern, not Superstation TBS, right here on the channel, we will be going live for our review. And it'll be another early Monday night. We'll be wrapped up and done by probably 8:30. So
nice.
If you guys enjoyed the show last Monday, it'll be clipped up all week, just like that. You'll be able to get portions, and I'm actually going to work to time those segments out better tomorrow night because I'm kind of getting the hang of doing this now. So, but yeah, thank you guys for joining us for the Awful Wrestling Podcast, episode 10, the awful week that was. We appreciate you guys. Draven, Tony, thanks for stepping in today.
Yep, anytime.
Excellent.
Yeah, of course. Always a good time.
Appreciate it. And I think, Draven, you're going to be there tomorrow for Raw.
I will.
Right?
Yes.
And Tony, I don't know if you will or not, but we'll have Instant Regret. My boy Woods joining us for the stream tomorrow. He'll be there all night, so I'm sure Fisky will be too. So thank you, everybody, again for watching. Channel members, Patreon backers. Let me drop the Patreon link in the chat for Wrestling with Horror. We just uploaded before before the weekend. We did a commentary, Draven and I, dark match starring Chris Jericho and some hot black chick as a wrestler, which it was a fun movie to watch.
Oh yeah, dark match.
Dark match was fun.
Yep.
But check us out over on Patreon. $2 a month. You can become a brainbuster, and there's access to a multitude. The entire Andy Sedaris collection is up there. We just did Miami Connection. Victor Crowley, the entire Hatchet franchise. We've got a commentary for Too Cold Scorpio and Chris Benoit's match from Super Brawl 3. We got to do some more match commentaries for over there, but that's patreon.com/C/Wrestling with Horror 420. Check us out. If not, you can always become a channel member. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Appreciate you guys. The Awful Wrestling Podcast will be back next Sunday, 5:05 Eastern Time, right here on Wrestling with Horror and Awful Wrestling Opinions on YouTube. And coming soon, we'll be back on either X or Instagram. So that's it, gang. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm Pete Daddy Dollar for Wrestling with Horror and Awful Wrestling Opinions. Have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. Remember, it's always better to burn out and fade away or listen to my dog bark upstairs.